I just wanted to come on and have a little discussion today. I've been following missing person cases for a while, and I've been really praying for these kids that are lost, and these women, these wives that have come up missing, like Susan Morphew and Maya Maletti, Summer Wells, the little 5-year-old from Tennessee. I just want to talk about that for a few minutes. These are just my observations, and I just want to share my thoughts about it. So Summer Wells is a 5-year-old little girl missing from Tennessee. Parents are saying, well, mom's saying that she only walked away for a few minutes and Summer was gone. They're trying to claim that she opened the basement door, or the boys opened the basement door and she left that way. But my question is, why would you lock your children in your house? I don't really understand that, especially in the daytime. What are you afraid of that you need to lock your children in the basement? I really don't get it. But anyways, the first story they came up with was that she was abducted. And somebody came up on their property with all their dogs and with all the people there and abducted that little girl. Even though TBI said there's no evidence of abduction, and I don't believe there has been an abduction. I believe this was a story made up from the parents from day one. I believe that both parents know what's going on. I believe they're both covering up for something. I also believe there's been a lot of abuse in that home, and that's exactly why the boys have been taken. I don't know why everybody gets upset over the shaved heads, because I believe they all had head lice, and they all had to shave their heads. I mean, it happens to people if they don't take care of it. I noticed the parents don't say Summer's name very much. And Don sometimes negates his own daughter by saying things like, you know, being outside was her downfall. I mean, or it's the boy's fault, or it's somebody else's fault for this. And also, they wanted to say that abduction theory right away. Like, how does Don and Candace not know that she didn't wander somewhere? How do they not know that she wasn't hiding somewhere? Why would you instantly think of abduction? You wouldn't. I also noticed that they're really trying to push this abduction theory. And I've never seen many missing people, parents that had missing children, push an abduction theory that much. Why? Why would you want to? Why would you want to believe that? I'm just trying to wrap my head around that because I don't really understand it. But yeah, now it's everybody's fault. It's the police's fault. He's mad at the police. He's mad at Chris. You know, Don's the victim here. He's always the victim. I noticed when Candace did her interview with the police, she shakes her head yes to the reporter and raises her eyebrows as if she wants her to accept and believe the story she's trying to tell her. Also, I noticed that, you know, Candace took pictures all day that day. She made sure she had a documented video evidence of Summer through pictures and video of that day. But when it got to the flower planting, where's the pictures, Candace? Where's the video of this great moment of supposedly memorializing your sister's death? I mean, You think that would be a big moment to take a picture of Summer planting flowers, but you didn't do that. But you had everything ready to go. All the pictures, all the videos, instantly when she went missing. It just really strange. It's almost like you documented your alibi to make sure that everybody knew that Summer was alive with you that day. And I also noticed during the interview with Candace that when Don mentions that Summer could be dead, she looks at him with shock. You know, almost like, why would you say that? Or how could you say that? And, you know, I'm wondering if it was because she couldn't believe that he would say that when they're trying to cover up this crime. Or if she would say that because maybe she doesn't know what Don did. Okay? I believe Don was home that day. I believe Don was laying in that basement, taking a rest, whatever. I do believe he went to work, but I think that he was laying in that basement, and when Summer came down there, or if she even came down there, he took her from that home. He did something to her. There's so much sex abuse, SA in that family. I mean, on both sides. It's really sad. But that is a generational thing. And it's really sick, and I think that they're going to find out that maybe some things happened to Summer sexually. You know, I noticed that both parents said she's gone. Gone. That's a word that you don't normally use. You would say missing, but not gone. That's way too final. So, I think Don's getting a little bit upset. I think his guilt is bothering him. I think he knows that people are onto him. I think he knows that the police are onto him. And I think he's scared. And so he's trying to run around and prove himself. And prove somehow that these other people are lying, but he's not. I'm sorry, but these people in this family, Candace and Don, have had serious drug problems and alcohol problems, obviously. I mean, Don says he doesn't drink, but what about all the beer cans that were laying in your yard that you hired somebody to come clean up the yard or asked someone to help you clean up before the police got there? We know you're hiding something. We don't know what it is. We don't know how or what happened to Summer, but something did happen to her. And I believe both parents know. I believe Don and Candace have a lot of secrets in their closet, and they don't want anybody to know what happened here. And so they made up a nice little story that they think is a good story, but it wasn't a good enough story. I'm hoping they find her soon. I don't know what they could have done, the parents could have done in that amount of time. Sometimes I think that he sold that child, Don did. And sometimes I think that she died. So only God knows what happened to her. And I'm praying for her every day. These cases really touch my heart. This poor little girl, I don't feel like she ever had a chance. I feel like her whole life has been messed up. And the boys too. I worry about them boys. I know they're in a better place, I believe. But you know, imagine what they're going through emotionally. That's got to be really hard. You got to trust your gut on some of these things. You know, when this first came out, I just had a bad feeling right away that these parents were guilty They weren't showing any emotion. They weren't crying. They weren't upset. They still aren't. They're not fearful. They're not panicking. I'd be going out of my mind. I'd be running everywhere looking for my child or grandchildren, or if one of mine was missing. So I'm just saying this isn't normal for their behavior. And so I knew right away. I knew, just like Don said, he knew right away she was abducted. Well, I know right away that something was done to her, and the parents have guilty knowledge of it. What I'm saying is, sometimes you have to follow your inner compass, and sometimes you just know. And all the fighting and the arguing happens because you're trying not to believe that somebody could do this to their own child. I mean, you really don't want to believe that. But, you know, all the red flags, all the telltale signs are there. And Don and Candace are getting pretty nervous and scared. So there's going to be an arrest soon. I think we just have to hold out and wait a little bit longer. But I believe there's going to be an arrest soon. And I think both of them probably will be. They both had some pretty shady pasts. And I think they're causing a lot of drama because they're trying to get people to feel sorry for them, to believe this story. Problem is that I don't think it's going to work. Because once people find out the truth, what him and Candace did to that little girl, they're not going to be supporting him at all, and they're going to be eating their own words, and they're going to be fools for talking bad or defending these parents. And that's really all I have to say today. I hope you're having a great Monday. It's really beautiful here in Michigan, and I am loving the day. And I hope you have a good one, and I hope we find Summer Moon soon. She's a beautiful little girl, and she just won my heart. And I'm praying for her all the time, and I'm praying for the police and the searchers that they can find her and bring her back home soon. Have a blessed day. Take care.